to tonight's broadcast here in North Little Rock, Arkansas. The fifth game of the six-game set between the visiting San Antonio Missions and the Arkansas Travelers. Well, we're welcomed in as we have our good friend and partner, Bob. How you doing there, Bob?
Doing good there, Johnny. How you doing?
Doing well. Well, tonight on the mound for Arkansas is a right-hander, Christian Little, getting on for the Travelers. Four-seam slider, slurve, circle change, and a sinker. Getting ready to go for the Diamantes de Arkansas. The shortstop is Luis Verdugo as he gets ready to go for San Antonio. Gotta say, it is a beautiful night here in North Little Rock, Arkansas. The first pitch is outside, 1 ball and no strikes. And we are underway here tonight in North Little Rock. Gotta say, a beautiful evening for baseball, right, Bob? Gotta say, absolutely right there, Johnny. It is a beautiful evening. Well, the temperature got up to 102 degrees, but despite the fact that humidity was high as well, it felt like it was 117 here in North Little Rock today.
Yeah, I gotta say, Johnny, you might be onto something because evidently it has been a very hot day today.
Agreed. 2 balls, 2 strikes to wind up and to pitch, and that's going to be lofted high in the air, and that's going to get down for the base hit. Well, the shortstop, the center fielder, and left fielder tried to run it down, but they couldn't catch up to it. So San Antonio getting into that outfield single. And so far, pretty good on that. I got to say, last night Arkansas winning that ball game by the final score of 1-0, which that was a pretty good ball game. And made a lot of Arkansas Traveler fans very happy. And so far, pretty good. That one is right there in the count now. 0-2 to Kai Roberts. I tell you, in San Antonio, it was very hot today. The temperature got up to 97. It felt like it was 105 going into today. Well, let's go ahead and give the starting lineups for San Antonio this evening. And so far, there it is on your screen as we all look at it. So far, all these prospects doing really well. And Marcos Castañon being back into the lineup as the second baseman here tonight after having the off day yesterday. It's pretty good. Ethan Salas now up for San Antonio. And here is the pitch. That's a swing and a miss. The count now 0-2. The pitch. And that one is lofted high in the air straight away up to left field. And that is 2 down. Well, tonight after the ball game, sit back, relax, and enjoy the best spectacle that is all of fireworks shows. Romeo Sanabria, the next batter up now for San Antonio. Runner at first after that first. Prospect's getting on and getting a base hit to left center. 12 pitches by Christian Little. And that is in there for a cold strike, and it's 0-2. Well, we got our San Antonio affiliates coming on in, and so far, greetings from North Little Rock, Arkansas. That one up to left field, and that will be out number 3, and that will be the side retired. No runs on a hit, no errors, 1 left for San Antonio, and we now head to the bottom of the first. It's no score through half an inning. Right-hander Evan Fitterer on the mound now for San Antonio. Missions wearing their gray uniforms tonight with a logoed M cap. So far, pretty good for all of this team here tonight.
The leadoff hitter tonight,
JT Aruda coming in now as we get set for the bottom of the Arkansas first on this Saturday night. A wind up and the pitch, and that's a swing and a miss, and we are underway for this half inning for Arkansas. Gotta say, this is our last night game here in Arkansas, and don't forget, tomorrow we'll wrap it up with a 1:05 first pitch. Gates open 12 noon as we get ready to conclude this 12-game road series for San Antonio. Arkansas will have a 12-game road series. They'll start in Springfield for 6 next week. Then the next following week after that, they'll have a 6-game in Amarillo. No balls and 2 strikes. Here is the windup and the pitch. That's right there. Strike 3 called, and that is 1 down. Well, with that, let's give the Arkansas Travelers their starting lineups, and here it is on the side of your screen as we all look at it. So far, a pretty good one. Well, San Antonio will return as they take on the Amarillo Sod Poodles, and for that 6-game series, then it'll be a road trip to Midland, take on the Midland Rockhounds, to conclude the first half of the regular season. Bill Knight coming in as he takes in a strike. It's 0-1 to him. Third night in a row that Arkansas is wearing their pretty good blue and white uniforms here tonight. The Diamantes de Arkansas is inscribed on that blue jersey on the chest, which it is a pretty good jersey. Very nice. I mean, the blue, white, and yellow, which we see on there. Hunter Fitzgerald coming in. 2 down and nobody on here in the bottom of the first inning, and that's going to be right there. And out of on a swing and a miss, and that's the count now, 0-1. No balls and 1 strike. Here's the pitch, and that is foul. The 0-2 one more time. And that one is a high pop-up, and right there to left field as that will do it. So, no runs, hits, or errors, and nobody left on for Arkansas. And we hit to the second inning. It is no score through 1. About set to go for the second inning for San Antonio. Right fielder Braden Carpathios. Just about set to go here for the San Antonio Missions, and that one is outside as 1 ball and no strikes. Got a few clouds, but evidently it will be clear skies as we go into tonight. We'll have a hot afternoon tomorrow, so make sure everybody knows that tomorrow is going to be one of the most important days of this series, is to stay hydrated and to keep cool while you're here at the ball game. Wishing we could have had a time where we could have a Sunday game, and that's going to get over the wall, and that's going to be a ground rule double for Braden Carpathios. But especially with a 1:05 first pitch for tomorrow, we are going to tell everybody, come into this ball game wearing light-colored clothing. Bring whatever you can. Stay hydrated. Make sure you got your sunscreen. Just do what you can to stay hydrated, because tomorrow is going to be a hot one. Make sure you also have water and Gatorade. You want to make sure that you mix between the water and Gatorade and put your electrolytes into the body. No sugar, because sugar will dehydrate you faster like nothing else. And, plus it will make you, go crazy. Well, with Albert Fabian going down for the out, here is Rosamond Verdugo as he comes in. Runner at second after the ground rule double. And here is the pitch, and that's a swing and a miss, and the count now 0-1. Boy, with the humidity, that really gets into the eyes of so many people, and it makes them get a little bit too tired. Yeah, I gotta say, John, I could tell that you're pretty tired after today. Well, right there is that's a wild pitch, and now that will move up the runner 90 feet away from scoring in for San Antonio. Man, I tell you, that was all the way to the backstop, and the catcher let it get by him, and now that will put that runner from second to third now. Rosman Verdugo, a 1-ball and 2-strike count, and here is the pitch, a swing and a miss on the slurve. And that is out number 2. Well, here is Kai Murphy. 2 outs, runner at third for San Antonio. A base hit could get him home. And that one is going to be out of play. The count now 0-1. Boy, San Antonio losing last night by that 1-0 score, and then the previous night after that was 5-1. And the Missions in a 2-game losing streak in this one. Arkansas in a 2-game winning streak, trying to complete tonight and tomorrow against San Antonio. But most evidently, the Mission's trying to get back in here and try to win here tonight and tomorrow. But we'll see how everything plays out. Well, that will do for this one, as no runs on a hit, no errors, 1 left at third. And we are 2.5, still no score. Lazaro Montes, the right fielder, coming in now as we lead off the bottom half of the second inning for Arkansas. Well, I tell you one thing, just a hot day today, right, Bob? Yeah, I got to say, John, it has been one of them days. Yeah, fans are coming in their tank tops, their shirts, everything. It's good. I mean, because you see that gentleman right there wearing the white shirt? Yeah. Well, he did it right. You know, he's thinking of all that right there. Well, there's a lot in the audience that are wearing white shirts, some gray, black, green, and all types of stuff. But evidently you see that girl right there wearing the plaid shirt. Yeah. You know, plaid look like a cookbook type t-shirt and stuff. I mean, it's a nice looking dress shirt. I mean, don't get me wrong. That one is high fly in the air, and that is going to be off. And that will coast into second with the 1-out double for Luis Susabel. And that's going to bring in number 89. And boy, what is that noise? That sounds like somebody shooting off a 9mm. Well, I sure hope it's not. Here's the windup and the pitch, and that one's going to be found. The count now 0-1. Jared Sundstrom coming up now for Arkansas. Well, I tell you one thing, one more game here in Arkansas with San Antonio. It's going to be a sad time when we do play that final game and we get to the top of the ninth or to the bottom of the ninth. And right there, a call, third strike, and they take him down for out number 2. Semi Siani coming in now as he gets ready to go, as that's in for a strike. The count now at 0-1. Wind up and the pitch, and that is right there and in for a cold strike, and it's 0-2. We got a great crowd tonight, and so far, yes, everybody is coming in here as well. Here's the pitch, and that one's going to be a high fly up in the air. And that will be out number 3, caught by center fielder Kai Roberts. Well, no runs on a hit, no errors, one left for Arkansas. As we head to the third, no scores through 2. Well, we'll be set to go as Marcos Castañon will lead it off. And we head to the third. All right, we're starting to hear some gunshots. Sounding like somebody is firing off a 9mm handgun. We are going to call security. And so far, we are going to the third right after this. That's kind of what it sounds like. But anyway, we're going to take our safety precautions. And we are going to go ahead and lock the doors. And we are going into a lockdown. We're going to go into a lockdown delay as of this point forward, and we'll give you any updates. 911 has been called, and so far, anybody that's out there with a gun, well, I tell you one thing, you will be arrested and stuff. But anyway, we're going to be right back, and we'll give you updates when we lift the lockdown. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think that The North Little Rock, Arkansas Police Department has subdued the threat, and now they took the one responsible into custody. And so far, we are pretty much good to go. Well, we'll end the lockdown, and we'll head now to the top half of the third inning. There's Marcos Castanon getting set to go for San Antonio. Right, there's a swing and a miss, and the count now 0-1. Well, if you see anything suspicious, please report it to local authorities. Remember, if you see something, say something. Report any suspicious activity, and so far, just keep your eyes peeled for anything out of the ordinary. Well, with one down, that will be out number one. Here is the shortstop, Luis Verdugo. 1-for-1 single as we get ready to go for him coming up now. Still a no-score ball game here in North Little Rock, Arkansas, and now it's going to get bashed high in the air, straightaway center, and that is out number two. Center fielder Kai Roberts coming in now. And the pitch. That one right there, the count now 0-1. No balls and one strike, the pitch, and that one is high and outside as 1-1.
Ball, low.
And that one's downstairs, count now 2-1. And that one is ball three, so 3-1, and on deck is Salas. And that's a full count now at 3-2. 3-2, 2 outs, nobody on here in this half inning. Swing and a miss, and that will do it. Well, no runs, hits, or errors, and nobody left on for San Antonio, 3.5. And still no scores. Jackson Reed's coming in now, the catcher. As we now head to the bottom of the third for Arkansas. And here's the pitch, and that one is right there and in for a strike. The count now 0-1. No balls and one strike, and the pitch. And that one foul. Here is the 0-2. And that one's going to be right there, line drive. And that is through for a base hit.
Batting ninth, the shortstop, number 5.
Well, Axel Sanchez coming in now. And that is right there and foul. The count now 0-1. No balls and one strike. The count now is Federer now at 23 of his pitches for San Antonio. Will come in and take a strike inside as the count now 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, the pitch, and that one foul. Still hanging on to that count as 0-2 Sanchez. And that changeup is out of play. The count now 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Called third strike. They got him. And that is 1 down. Ruda coming in now. Oh for 1 is Aruda as he comes in, takes a strike inside. And the count now 0-1. 0 for 1 strikeout by the second baseman here tonight. Here's the 0-1. And that is in for a strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. And that one ricochets right off the bat. And still hanging on at 0-2. That one right there. And up to the second baseman, Castañon. And that is out number 2.
Center fielder, number 3.
Bill Knight coming in now as here's the pitch, and that is in for the strike. And the count now 0-1. The 0-1. And that one is a foul ball. And the count now 0-2. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and they got him. And blew it right by him for the out. And that is how the inning comes to a close. No runs on a hit, no errors, 1 left for Arkansas. And we're to the 4th inning. It is no score through 3. So we'll be right back as Ethan Salas will get ready to go for the 4th coming up right after the breaks.
Well, just about set to go for the top of the fourth inning for San Antonio. Right now, the Arkansas Travelers Baseball Network. Well, about set to go as that's a ground ball straight away, and out number one as that comes quick. And there is one down to lead off the top of the fourth inning for San Antonio. Romeo Sanabria 0 for 1 to fly out. Coming in now for the Missions. And that one is going to be foul. The count now 0-1. And that is right there and in for the strike. Well, should I say ball one? Yep, it was ball one there, Johnny. Oh, yeah. Okay, so ball one. So that one high in the air, straight away, going back and right to the warning track at the wall, makes the perfect catch, and that is out number 2. Braden Carpathios, the right fielder coming in, is 1 for 1. And the windup and the pitch. And that one is crushed. And how do you like that? A solo shot by Braden Carpathios. The right fielder will take it upon himself to put this game out of its tie. And it's now a 1-0 lead for San Antonio. By golly, that was pretty cool, Johnny. Yeah, it sure was. But you look at it, 445 over a 107 exit velocity. What's that right there? It's pretty good. Albert Fabian coming in now as out be taking in a strike or actually a ball. Never mind. 1 ball and no strikes to the DH Fabian, who is 0 for 1 of flyouts. And that one is outside. The count now 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. And that one is fouled off. And the count now 2-1. And that one is outside, 3-1. Rosemond Verdugo on deck for San Antonio. And the pitch. And that one is outside. Ball 4, and he loses him in the first walk. He surrendered. And now that'll be a 2-out base on walk. And now here is Rosemond Verdugo. Verdugo coming in, set to go. Here's the windup and the pitch, swing and a miss, and the count now and 0-1. Christian Little now at 50 pitches, I would say. I was going to say the percentage, but it's 50. And that one's going to be lofted high in the air, straightaway center, and that will be out number 3. Well, this one, brought to you on part by Braden Carpathios' solo shot, would put San Antonio on the board first. It's 1-0 as we head for the bottom of the 4th on this one. Well, leading off for the Diamantes de Arkansas is Hunter Fitzgerald as we get ready to go for the Travelers. And that one is going to be in for a strike, and the count now at 0-1. No balls, 1 strike, the pitch. And that one's going to be high in the air, straightaway left field is Kai Murphy as he will make the play, and that is out number 1.
Now batting, right fielder, Lazaro Montes.
Lazaro Montes coming in now is 0 for 1 of flyouts. Wind up and the pitch, and that is a swing and a miss. And the count now at 0-1. No balls and 1 strike to count. Here's the pitch, and that one again is inside. Count now 0-2. San Antonio 1-0 here in the bottom of the fourth inning. And the pitch is right there, ground ball. Castellanos throws down to Sanabria, out number 2. And boy, there are 2 out here in the half inning. Could be another 1-2-3 for Arkansas here in this half inning. Luis Usabel coming in now. And the pitch. That one is a high fly in the air and out of play. Foul. And the count now 0-1. The 0-1. And that one right there and in. And the count now 0-2. 0-2. Here's the pitch. That one high in the air straight away. And boy, whoever is doing that to their car needs to stop, because that is way too loud. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. They got him. And that will do it. Well, no runs, hits, or errors, and nobody left on. And we are to the 5th inning. San Antonio leads it 1-0. Well, we'll be right back as Kai Murphy will lead us off here in the top of the 5th for San Antonio, and we'll be right back. Well, about set to go for the top of the 5th. Right now, the Arkansas Travelers Baseball Network. Kai Murphy set to go 0 for 1 as he gets ready. As he hits that one out of play foul, the count now 0-1. Boy, it is no score there in Midland as, boy, they are already to the top half of inning number 6, and it is 0-0. Going high in the air straight away, and that's going to be right there.
Now batting.
Boy, so far, just a scoreless ball game, just like it was earlier here in North Little Rock. Marcos Castañon, the second baseman, coming in, who is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. And that one right there, the count now 0-1. No balls and 1 strike to count. 1 away, nobody on for San Antonio, and that one's going to be outside. And the count now 1-1. Boy, the lone 1-run hit was by the right fielder, Braden Carpathos, as he came in. Struck that one to right field, which that was a pretty good one. And that's the count now 2-2. Just a pitch-perfect evening here for that baseball game, right, Bob? And especially with Arkansas down to, after tonight, 1 more game against San Antonio, and they'll wrap up the first half here at home.
Number 11.
Well, that is for sure, Bob. Here's a shortstop, Luis Verdugo, as he comes in. 1 for 2 single. Boy, Frisco and Amarillo tied. We'll see how that game is going in Wateridge Field in downtown Amarillo. Boy, it is 2-2 tie, and so far just a pretty good one as we get going. Here's the 0-2 offering, and that one is going to be popped up right there to the second baseman as he gets to shallow right field, and that will do it. Well, no runs, hits, or errors, and nobody left on for San Antonio. And we are 5.5. The Mission's out in front, 1-0.
Leading things off.
Well, we head for the bottom of the 5th inning as here's a designated hitter, Jared Sundstrom. As he comes in, 6-7-8 due up against Evan Fitterer as he gets ready to go. First pitch in for a cold strike. It's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. And that one fouled in the way, and that will go behind the backstop. And the count now at 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, and that one fouled. The 0-2 delivery. Swing and a miss. They got him. Blew it right by him for the 6th strikeout. And that is out number 1. Well, here is Sammy Serrani as he comes in. Ready to go, the pitch, and that one changeup is down and in for a strike. It's 0-1. Well, Serrani, he flew out last time up as 0 for 1. Boy, tell you one thing, Tulsa doing really good against Corpus Christi tonight. Score is 7-0, which that is pretty good. That one is a ground ball straight away, and that is through for the base hit. Boy, a double play now would get them out of this half inning, and it would take them up to the top of the 6th inning. In now is Jackson Reitz as he'll be in now for Arkansas. 3rd consecutive night of seeing blue and white uniforms for the Arkansas Travelers, as they are known as the Diamantes de Arkansas. Hopefully they could go back to their Arkansas home white uniforms by tomorrow.
which that would be good if they did. Right there to second for one, and they relay it and in. So no runs on one hit, no errors, one left, and that is 5 innings. I was going to say 5.5, but we are through 5, and we're headed to the 6th. And San Antonio leads it by 1-0. Well, we look at this ball game here as, boy, to tell you one thing, a lot of pitch-perfect strikeouts by the starter here tonight for San Antonio. And so far, the lone run hit right there was Braden Carpathos as he powered that one high in the air, and that was gone on a split second. A lot of 3-up, 3-down innings, and so far here we go. Top of the 6th inning for San Antonio. A 1-0 ball game as we get going into the middle half of this game. And so far, a pretty good one here in Game 5. I did forget to mention that there is fireworks after tonight's ball game, so make sure that you guys get ready for that because that will come as we get ready to go. No balls and 1 strike to the center fielder, Kai Roberts. And that is going to be right there in the count now, 0-2. Cole Wilcox and Alex Hoppy in getting ready to go for the warm-up tosses. And here's the 0-2. And that one is outside. It's 1-2. Boy, I tell you one thing. Can't believe tomorrow is Sunday. That is just weird. Well, what day did you think it was? I was thinking it was Thursday. Boy, you sure are a long way off of there, Johnny. Yeah, you know what, Bob? I think you're right. Ethan Salas coming in now. I don't know, Bob. I think it has been a very long week here in North Little Rock, Arkansas. Because, you know, we do the ball games and the road games, the home games, I would say. It's been a very long first half. But all-knowingly, we're just 2 weeks left of this first half. And that one's going to be hit high in the air straight away, and it is up to the left field for out number 2. Boy, that was almost out of here. Ethan Salas would have had one right there out to left field and a few more inches, and that ball would have been gone on a split instant. Well, that will be it for the starter.
Now pitching.
And so far, we'll turn it over to another right-hander as getting going. Here is Nick Garcia. And so far, just a pretty good one for San Antonio as they lead it by that 1-run hit. Or so far, just the one lone run in this ball game. Romeo Sanabria coming in will face off Nick Garcia. 2 outs and nobody on, and that's going to be in for a strike. The count now at 1-1. Here's the 1-1. And that will be out for a cold strike. It's 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. And that one is crushed high in the air, and that's going to get through for the base hit. Sanabria goes to second, and that's a 2-out double. And that's a double meat cheeseburger, courtesy of those in San Antonio watching this game at Wolf Stadium. And I got to say, this game, pretty good as we all look at it. So far, wishing we would have took on the Arkansas Travelers there at Nelson Wolf Stadium. But now you look at this guy getting in. Here is Braden Carpathos. So another home run will put them up to 3. And that one's going to be in for a strike, and they're going to see where that was. Boy, that was outside, and they're still going to uphold that no ball and 1 strike right there. Boy, that was way outside. Yeah, sure. That one right there, now to play foul, and the count now 0-2. The 0-2 offering, and that one's going to be well hit, out of play again. That will ricochet off the base of the wall. And still holding on, 0-2 is Carpathios. That one right there, high in the air, and that's to the left field, and that will do it. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on for San Antonio. Bottom of 6 coming up, and it is San Antonio 1-0. 9-1-2 due up for the bottom of the 6 coming up.
Leading off, the shortstop.
Well, the shortstop is Axel Sanchez as he comes in. And we are going to take a mound visit now as here comes the manager. And so far that is going to do for the starter here tonight by Evan Federer. Well, nobody warming up in the bullpen, so now they'll change it to a reliever right-hander. This is Andrew Dahlquist, now pitching for San Antonio. He's got a 4-seam, a 2-seam, a curveball, a slider, and also thus a changeup in his reservoir. What's that right there? Pretty good. So 5 choices to choose from in that one. Sanchez greeting up the new arm for San Antonio. And here is the 0-1. And that one is foul. No balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. They got him. Boy, blew it right by him for the out. And that is 1 down here in the bottom of the 6. Boy, and San Antonio doing pretty good here in this ball game. Here is JT Arruda as he comes in. It takes a count now, 0-1. 0 for 2, a strikeout and a line out. There's the 0-1. And that one is outside, 1-1. One ball, 1 strike.
Nope.
And the changeup is outside. The count now 2-1. Two and one. And that is going to be high fly in the air. And that goes to the right field area. And that is out number 2.
Number 3.
Boy, Bill Knight, the center fielder, coming in is 0 for 2, a strikeout and a flyout. And a pitch. And that's going to be right there. And that will go out of play foul. The count now 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. And that's going to be right there. Hit to Castañon. Throw down to first to Sanabria. And that will end the inning. Well, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on the Saturday night. We head now to the 7th inning. San Antonio leads it 1-0.
Leading off, the designated.
Well, leading it off is the designated hitter, Albert Fabian, as he gets ready to go. Boy, just a beautiful evening here in North Little Rock, Arkansas. Right, John? Indeed, it is. I tell you, we do have the evening sky coming on, the stadium lights just coming full effect here. Right there, straight away. Up to third is Rosemond Verdugo, throws down to first to Sanabria, and that is out number 1.
Now batting, third baseman.
A lot of 3-up, 3-down innings in this ball game as well included. 0 for 2. By Rosemond Verdugo as he comes in.
And the pitch, swing and a miss. The count now, 0-1. And that one is outside, and it's 1-1. And that one is a swing and a miss. So the count now, 1 ball and 2 strikes to Verdugo. And that is strike 3 as he swung after it. And that is a strikeout for Nick Garcia, getting on in relief for Arkansas.
Kai Murphy.
Kai Murphy coming in now as he'll lead it off. And the pitch, swing and a miss. And that one is foul. Boy, if San Antonio wins this one here tonight, boy, they'll tie up against Amarillo, but still keep third place intact. Corpus Christi and Midland are in a foot race right now. If Midland beats Wichita, that would be pretty good. But most evidently, getting into a 4th place, that would put Corpus Christi down to 5th place if that happened. We'll go on to the 7th inning stretch, and so far that would be no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base for San Antonio. And we head now to the bottom of the 7th, and it is 1-0 Missions. Well, we head to the bottom of the seventh and hope you had a pretty good time from your seventh inning stretch. But now time to get back to the ballpark, as here is Johnny Baker to deliver us the broadcast. Hunter Fitzgerald coming in now as we get ready to go, as that is fouled off. The count now 0-1. Thank you, Bob. We welcome you back here to All-American Ballpark in North Little Rock, Arkansas. And that one is going to be popped up high in the air straight away. And that is up to the left field as Kai Murphy will get shy of the warning track, or the foul ground area, I would say, to make the play. Right fielder is Lazaro Montes as he comes in. Here's the pitch to him. Swing and a miss, and the count now 0-1. So far, our last night game of the first half here in Arkansas. And that one is pelted. That one going deep at the wall. And that one is gone. And that's a moonshot. And now that will be a tie-up for both San Antonio and Arkansas. And boy, I tell you what, now it's a 1-1 ball game. And boy, the blowout for San Antonio concludes to its end. Luis Usbel coming in now, and here is the pitch, and that's going to be high fly in the air and up the left field, as that will be out number 2.
Now batting, designated hitter, number 89.
Boy, that'll bring in the designated hitter, Jared Sundstrom, who is 0 for 2 and 2 strikeouts. Well, that looked like it's fixing to be a Miller half inning, but Lazaro Montes coming in as he gets in the tying run, and now we head to the 8th. It is 1-1.
Now pitching, Robinson.
Well, a left-hander, Robinson Ortiz, getting on the mound now for Arkansas. The 4-seam changeup, a curveball, and a 2-seam fastball. Welcome you back to Arkansas Travelers Baseball here on the Saturday night.
Second baseman.
And now here is Marcos Castañon, the second baseman, who is 0 for 2, a strikeout and a flyout. Boy, this ball game going really good and really fast as we get into the almost end point of the ball game. Robinson Ortiz now pitching for Arkansas as he greets up Marcos Castañon firsthand. Guillermo Zuniga and Casey Lawrence, 2 right-handers for Arkansas, getting ready to go for the Travelers. Castañon coming in from the blind and the stretch. And that's a swing and a miss.
Now batting,
And blew it right by him for the out. And there is one down. Shortstop is Luis Verdugo, 1 for 3 single. Wind up and the pitch. And that one is outside as 1 ball and no strikes. Here's the pitch. And that is a swing and a miss, and the count now 1-1. That one fouls it off. And still hanging on at 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And that's a changeup swung on and missed, and that is out number 2. In now is Kai Roberts. Roberts coming in is set to go, and that's going to be outside as 1-0. Boy, 9,960 tonight in tonight's attendance. Roberts 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts and a ground out. And that is in for a strike, and it's 1-1. Here's the 1-1 offering. And that's going to be lofted high in the air, straight away, up to center, and that will do it. Well, 7, 8, 9 due up for the bottom of the 8th inning here in Arkansas, and we are tied at 1.
Leading things off.
Bottom of the 8th is left fielder Sammy Serrani as he comes in. As he set to go, and that's going to be right there, high in the air, straight away. Up to right field is Braden Carpathios as he will make the out. And it's 1 away. Jackson Reed's coming in now, 1 for 2, a single. And the pitch is in for a strike, and it's 0-1. The pitch. And that's going to be right there. Ground ball straight away up to Marcos Castañon. Flips it straight to Sanabria. And there are 2 down.
The shortstop, number
Could be a
5.
1-2-3 half inning here. And so far, San Antonio would have a pretty good shot of getting in a run or two. Maybe an insurance run, but maybe we'll see. Right there, 1 ball and no strikes to count now. Axel Sanchez. 19 pitches for the San Antonio reliever, Andrew Dahlquist. And that'll be in for a
Now batting,
2-out
baseman,
single.
JT Aruda.
And that'll bring up JT Aruda. Getting ready to go. Here is the pitch. And that one is foul. And the count now at 0-1. 0 for 3, a strikeout, fly out, and a line out. Pretty good night here in North Little Rock, right, Bob? Gotta say, John, absolutely. Anybody's ball game here tonight between San Antonio and Arkansas. It will be a pretty good night if anybody wins this one. Here's the 0-2. And that one's going to be skied high in the air straight away. Up in center is Kai Roberts as he makes the play. And that right there is the half inning. Well, no runs on a hit, no errors, 1 left on. And as we head for the 9th, still a 1. Dallas coming up as we lead it off when we come back. Top half of the ninth inning for San Antonio. Right now, the Arkansas Baseball Network. 1-1 tie as we welcome you back to the Arkansas Travelers Baseball Network. And the first pitch in for a strike, it's 0-1 to Ethan Salas. And the pitch right there, a swing and a miss, and the count now 0-2. Boy, starting to lose our daytime here, and so far good as we get into the nighttime as things are getting nicely cool. And that will be out number 1 as that will go down as Ethan Salas down for the first San Antonio out. Romeo Sanabria coming in now. One away, nobody on here in the ninth as we are deadlocked at 1. And that's going to be an inside for a strike. The count now at 0-1. No balls and 1 strike and the pitch. And that's a swing and a miss. And that one is the count now 1-2. And right there, swing and a miss, and there's 2 down. Boy, I tell you one thing, John, now 1 out remaining here in the top of the ninth, and now the Arkansas Travelers pulling up number 49 out of this ball game. That is for sure, and they are making it right there. And here is Guillermo Zuniga as he comes in, 5.09 ERA. 222 over a 267 on the average of a right-handed batter to a left-handed batter. And so far, pretty good. Braden Carpathios coming in is 2 for 3. And boy, he had that solo shot to right field, which that was pretty good. Making it a 1-0 ball game. But now when Arkansas came in and they got a run in themselves, it tied it up. So 1-1 the ball game here tonight. Here's the pitch, and that one is fouled. The count now 1-2. Swing and a miss. They got him. And that will do, as that will be the top of the ninth inning completed, and now we get to the bottom of the ninth. 2, 3, and 4 due up for Arkansas. And let's see if the Travelers can walk it off as they did a couple nights ago. Andrew Dahlquist now coming in for San Antonio. Bill Knight for Arkansas. As that is in for a strike, and the count now at 0-1. Winning run is Bill Knight. And the pitch. And that one is out of play. Foul, and that's 0-2. 0-2. Called third strike, and they got him. So 1 down in the half inning, and so far 2 more outs to extra innings. So far, that would be pretty good to see what could go on here in this ball game. We all know that we are 1-1 here in this ball game. High in the air, straight away, left field. And under it is Ty Murphy to make the play for out number 2.
Now batting, right fielder,
Lazaro Montes, the right fielder, is 1 for 3, solo home run in the 7th. And the pitch. That one out of play. No balls and 1 strike. And the pitch.
No, that's a ball.
And right there, the count now 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, and the pitch.
No, that's a ball.
And that's a ball. The count now 2-1. Right there, swing and a miss. Count now 2-2. 2-2.
No, that's
And
no
that is foul. Boy, nearly getting a base hit. Could have been a double on the 2 outs. 2-2. Right there, straight away. Castagno.
No runs on no hits, no errors, and nobody left on for Arkansas. 10th inning coming up, and it's 1-1.
Leading off.
Well, we got the extra innings as Albert Fabian coming on. Braden Carpathios will be in second as we get going for inning number 10. The windup and the pitch, a swing and a miss, and the count now at 0-1. Could be the final inning if San Antonio gets 3 outs and Arkansas could come back and win it in the bottom of the 10th. So far, a pretty good one here tonight. Treated to all the fans that came out to the ball game and now expected the fireworks show right into center field. So far, pretty good. North Little Rock, Arkansas Fire Department is on standby. Most likely a pretty good one at that.
Third baseman, number 31.
Rosamond Verdugo, the third baseman, 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts and a flyout here tonight. 1 man down, runner in second. As Braden Carpathios. And that is right there, a swing and a miss, and the count now 0-1. Well, we got a final from Tulsa, and boy, the Tulsa Drillers took it 8-2 against Corpus Christi. Now Midland calls their ball game, and they finished to a 1-run walk-off win, and it is a 1-0 final against Wichita. Amarillo finishes strong, 4-2, and so far a pretty good one. Springfield knocks out Northwest Arkansas 4-0 in the final score there at Blue River Stadium. That one straight away up to the second, throw down the first, and they get them. And with that, the side is retired. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left on second. And we are 10.5, and it is 1-1. Luis Susabel coming in now with Montes out there leading off at second. And the winning run out there at second base. Here is the pitch, and that one is going to be a high flyer straight away up to the left field area is Kai Murphy. So make the play for the out.
Now batting, designated
Boy,
hitter,
again,
number
2 more outs, and we'll head to the 11th. Jared Sundstrom coming in is 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts. Andrew Dahlquist now at 34 pitches.
Yes.
And that is going to be in for a strike, and the count now at 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Runner at second, 1 man down here in the bottom of the 10th inning. And that's going to be a high pop-up straight away, center field. And boy, racing over to get that one was Kai Roberts.
Now
So 2 man down, so that leaves 1 more. And that'll bring in the left fielder, Sammy Silani. Silani coming in, ready to go. And here's the pitch to him. That one is a high pop-up, and yes, more baseball straight ahead as we head to the 11th. Boy, and San Antonio trying to secure this 5th of the 6 game set. Casey Lawrence, a right-hander, coming in as he's ready to go. 4.08 ERA, 351 over a 325. Here in Arkansas,
second baseman, number
Marcos
94.
Castagnon is 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts and a flyout. As we head to the top of the 11th, here is Castagnon, who is 0 for 3. and he did not hold up, and that is the count now, 0-1. Boy, extra innings here in Arkansas. That's weird. That's right there. Glove to the third baseman and caught for the out, and that is one down.
Batting, shortstop, number 11.
Boy, the day after tomorrow, we'll be back home in San Antonio after these last 2 weeks, especially with Corpus Christi and Arkansas as the road games here in this one. Luis Verdugo coming in as he'll take a sinker downstairs. It's 0-1. You know, we had a pretty good time going to Corpus Christi and here in Arkansas. That is really good, but a 12-game homestand was the one road trip and only in Corpus Christi. And then this one up in North Little Rock. And the sweeper gets him down for out number 2.
Number 2.
Boy, to tell you one thing, this could be another 3-up, 3-down innings here. Boy, tell you what, it is getting pretty interesting. Here's a pitch. That one is a sweeper, fouls it off. The count now, 0-1. That one right there, now to play foul. The count now, 0-2. Hits that one out of play. Boy, Casey Lawrence. Probably a big idol like Tracy Lawrence, a country singer. Well, that will do it as we hit for the bottom of the 11th. Again, as the same as the 10th, leaves the base runner stranded at second. Boy, it could be a long night as we go in this one. 1-1 ball game as we head to the Arkansas 11th here in this one. Jackson Reed starting off and Solani out there as second. The winning run for Arkansas sits at second. And the pitch is in for a cold strike, and it's 0-1 as we're now into the home 11th. The 0-1. And right there in the count now, 0-2. Boy, tell you one thing, it could be a long night. I mean, extra innings means never-ending type innings. That one is high fly in the air, and that is straight away. And that is one down as left fielder Kai Murphy gets the ball back to Rosman Verdugo to give to the relief pitcher Dahlquist. And Axel Sanchez coming in now as we get ready to go, who is 1 for 3.
No, that's high.
And that one is high and outside as 1-0 the count. Boy, this ball game alone, San Antonio and Arkansas, boy, we are 11 innings here tonight, and it is a tie ball game. And that one's going to be well hit high in the air straight away, and up to right field is Carpathios as he makes the play, and that is 2 down.
Second baseman,
Man, another inning. One more out, it could be the 12th inning coming up. If JT Aruda flies out, that would be pretty bad, for sure. Right there, ground ball. Marcos Castañon throws, and he got him. All right, 12th inning coming up of baseball. And we are still tied at 1-1 as we head to the 12th inning. Right here at All-American. Ethan Salas starting off. Kai Roberts will start off as second when we come back in extra innings. Well, we're about set to go for the 12th inning right now in the Arkansas Baseball Network. Man, I tell you, 12th inning already. And that's going to get down. Line drive, and that is through for the base hit. And here comes the runner from second in across the score. And San Antonio took the lead.
Number 93.
Boy, just a pretty good way of getting this game going. And now San Antonio, another chance to stretch it to a 2-runner if they could get another base hit just like that. San Antonio can win it into this one and try to get 3 outs in the bottom of the 12th inning. Here is Romeo Sanabria, 1-for-4 double. Here's a 1-0, and that is a swing and a miss. The count now at 1-1. Michael Morales and Alex Helpe coming in now for Arkansas as they start up their relief warm-ups. Here is the 1-1, and that is a swing and a miss. Boy, most dangerous pitch of them all is the swings and misses when it comes to the batter chasing out of that zone. Right there, line drive, and that is up to the first base area, and that will move the runner second to third.
Right fielder, number 22.
Braden Carpathos, 2-for-4, a home run, double, RBI, and a run. And that one is ricocheted foul. And the count now at 0-1.
Ball.
One ball and one strike.
Ball.
And the sinker's downstairs. The count now 2-1. And right there in the count now 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. That one is outside and full count now. Here is the 3-2 offering, and here it goes. And that one is foul. They better use this wisely for Braden Carpathos. A high fly will bring the runner home. And right there it is out number 2.
Now batting.
Man, that's a rough out if you know what I mean and stuff. Yeah, I got to say there, Bob, it is indefinitely when we look at it. We look at our baseball time, boy, we have been going for 3 hours and 48 minutes. That one is crushed deep. It is gone. And San Antonio puts the 2 out on the board. And how do you like that? Man, and that would be enough for San Antonio to come in and win here tonight in North Little Rock. Man, they come back and they get 3 runs. Man, that is a great feeling right there. As San Antonio now has it by 4-1 here in the top of the 12th inning. Could this mean the 12th and final inning could come in? Well, I think so there, Johnny. Well, number 41, Casey Lawrence, now being out of this ball game, giving up the 3 runs, which he could get the most definite L.
Now pitching.
And so far here is the next reliever, Alex Helpe, as he comes in. The 4-seam slider, a changeup, and a sinker coming in this ball game. Well, with 2 down and 3 runs in across the score, I bet everybody there in San Antonio would most definitely love how this game went here tonight. It's 0-for-4 and 3 strikeouts and flyouts. Boy, 4 outs to do, and let's hope San Antonio can hold on to this quite most fabulous lead. Yeah, I gotta say there, Johnny, I think they could. All they have to do is get 3 outs in the bottom of the 12th.
No.
And right there and in. And they're going to see right where that one is. And they have overturned it to a ball and 2 strikes. So a pretty good one here indeed. Here is the pitch. Swing and a miss. And they got it down. Well, San Antonio picks up 3 runs on 4 hits and no errors. And they leave nobody on. Bottom of 12 coming up. And it's 4-1 San Antonio. Well, that'll JT Aruda starting off at second. And here is Bill Knight as he comes in. We lead off the bottom of the 12th here in North Little Rock, Arkansas. No balls and 1 strike to count now. And here is the windup, the pitch. And that is in for the strike. And the count now at 0-2. Boy, Andrew Dahlquist having confidence tonight. As being a reliever for San Antonio, that's what he can most certainly do in this one. Right there, called third strike, and that is 1 down. And boy, the Missions are 2 outs away from getting the victory on the road. There's always that old saying, too, the victor goes the spoils here tonight. And Fitzgerald coming in, and that's 1 outside, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. Here's the 1-0 delivery, and that is going to get out of play, foul. 1 ball and 1 strike the count. Runner at second and 1 away. And the pitch. And foul. So 1-2. Continuing on to this half inning. 1-2. High pop up straight away. And the third baseman Verdugo will get it. And San Antonio an out away from winning this one here in North Little Rock tonight. Lazaro Montes, the last out here in the 12th. Man, just a pretty good night here for San Antonio. Hopefully, everybody in San Antonio ready to cheer as the final out will come to an end. No balls, 1 strike. And the pitch.
Whoa.
And that one is outside, 1-1. Not going to be a long night. We will go through 12 innings. Here's the 1-1. And that one is in for the strike, and it's 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. And still holding on. Boy, the final out. The payoff pitch home. And still holds that foul. One ball, 2 strikes. The pitch.
Ball, low.
And that one in the count now, 2-2. Dahlquist getting low on his energy, but he is still going pretty strong. 2-2. And that one fouls again. Boy, still hanging on. The count now 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And that one out of play. And the pitch. And they still fight it off. They don't want to go down here tonight. Boys, 59 pitches for Andrew Dahlquist And the pitch. Called third strike. And the ball game finally comes to an end. Boy, I gotta say, that was a long night here in North Little Rock, Arkansas. And I gotta say, now that one, just a gosh darn good game. Well, the final score of this one, 4-1. And so far, Arkansas now getting their 30th loss of the season. And so far, that right there, a pretty good night indeed. Well, San Antonio getting their 36th. And so far, they will cut down to the 2-game losing streak that they earlier had. And so far, that is a pretty good one. Well, we have one more tomorrow, and gotta say, that will be pretty good as we get going for tomorrow afternoon. Well, final scores, let's go ahead and give it to you. First here in Arkansas, San Antonio takes the win 4-1. Springfield taking a 4-0 final in their home ballpark in Springfield against Northwest Arkansas. Tulsa will take a 8-2 victory against Corpus Christi. Midland taking a 1-0 shutout finish, and they will win it there at Franco Park. Amarillo 4-2, the final score at Water Ridge Field there in downtown Amarillo. Well, I gotta say, this was a pretty good night tonight. And so far, 12 innings of baseball as San Antonio propelled the 12th inning to an advantage point with 3 runs coming in. And boy, I tell you, that was one heck of a ball game, if you ask me. Well, our time of this one, 4 hours and 5 minutes of baseball play, which that to me, a pretty long time. Well, anyway, we hope that y'all come back for the finale of this week. And so far, Arkansas will have one more before their road trip to Springfield and Amarillo right after that. But anyway, hope everybody is set to go, and so far it'll be pretty good. Well, anyway, hope y'all have a good rest of your evening, and we'll see y'all again tomorrow.